Hi, I'm Ryan and welcome to day 20 of your 30-day yoga play. Today will be another challenge and it'll be an isometric work challenge. So essentially holding certain poses to build endurance, because when you have more endurance you can get deeper into all your yoga poses and deeper into your practice. But we will start with 5 sun salutation A's to get our body warmed up before holding the poses. So let's right away come up to standing. Hand on belly, hand on chest. 3 breaths. Two more deep breaths. One more deep belly breath. Try to seal your lips for the remainder of this challenge. Raise your arms to the sky and fold. Inhale, half lift to a flat back. Step back, do your vinyasa. Downward dog. Right away, walk forward. Half lift and fold. Roll up, hands to heart center, reaching up, fold, half lift, do your vinyasa, and downward dog, just one breath here, stepping forward, half lift, and fold. Reaching up, hands to heart center. 3 more. And fold. Do your vinyasa. One breath here. Stepping forward. Exhale, fold. Reaching up. And hands to heart center. 2 more sun salutation A. Reach up. Forward fold. Half lift. Vinyasa. One breath here in downward dog. And walk your feet forward. Half lift. Fold. Reach up. Back at heart center here. 1 more. Half lift. Do your last vinyasa here. And downward dog. Come down onto your knees. So here we'll come into challenge number 1, which is either a plank on your knees or a full upright plank. So to come into knee plank, you want to have more of a straight line in your body in the back. So you tuck your tail. This is not a knee plank. This is just all fours. So essentially you want to shift your knees a little bit back, dip your pelvis down, tuck your tail, and feel that activation in the abdominals. So that's option 1, and I'm going to do option 2, which is a full plank, and we're going to try to hold it for 1 minute. Just stop if it's too much, otherwise follow me, coming up, knee plank or plank, for 1 minute. Don't bring yourself to the point where your belly's dipping or your abdominals have turned off, or if there's any excessive shoulder pain. If that's just the case, come out of it, go into child's pose. Otherwise, we're 30 seconds in. For more activation, you can pull your hands to your feet and your feet to your hands, activating more muscles. 15 seconds left. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Let's take a child's pose wherever we are. All right. Second isometric challenge is supported side plank on the left and on the right. So here, it doesn't matter which side you start with. I'm just going to face the camera. So external rotation of my shoulder here, wrists placed nicely. The front foot comes forward and supports you. Maybe your hand is here. And we're going to only do 30 seconds on each side. So I'm going to rise up here in 3, 2, 1. And 30 seconds isometric work here. Just holding the hips up, shoulder back. For a little more challenge, we raise the arm to the sky. Just keep holding that. Come out as soon as you need to, otherwise a little longer. And 3, 2, 1, coming out. And right away we'll come to the other side to face the camera. I'll just come this way. Front foot forward. And get prepared. Stable shoulder joint here. Support yourself as much as you need with this leg. Rise up for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Make sure that that upper shoulder isn't too far forward. Bring it back. Maybe raising the arm. Got about 10 seconds left. Just a little more than 30 seconds in each of these. Almost done. Keep raising the hips. 3, 2, 1. Gently come out. Now we'll take another child's pose for a moment. And we'll come onto our backs here. And the next challenge is to do a bridge. If you have wheel in your practice, you can take a wheel, but for the sake of these videos, we haven't demonstrated wheel yet. And it's quite an advanced practice. It puts a lot of pressure on your low back. So for the sake of security here, we're going to stick with bridge, but a 1-minute bridge is quite intense. Can be quite intense if we do it correctly. Again, coming out as soon as we need to come out, but allowing this to be a little bit of a challenge. So first step is to bring your feet as close as you can to your butt. Now we tilt our pelvis back, so trying to lower the low back to touch the ground as much as it can. That turns on the core. Hands out to the side, and in a few seconds we're going to rise up into a bridge and hold that for up to a minute. So 3, 2, 1, rise up. You can have your hands pressing against the ground. Try to place as little pressure on the neck as possible. Feel your shoulders pressing into the ground rather than your neck. Keep tucking your tail and raising your hips. The more you press your ankles into the ground, the more it's going to activate your glutes and keep you raised up. Try to keep your knees from spreading out too much. We're halfway through. If this feels a bit too easy, you could clasp your hands behind your back and roll even higher onto your shoulders, stretching the chest at the same time and stretching the shoulders. Got about 10 seconds left here. Let's come down slowly. 3, 2, 1. Roll gently down onto your spine. And since we're on our back, let's just tuck our knees to our chest gently, relieving the lower back, maybe the hips as well a little bit. We've got one more challenge to complete here, so we're going to come up to a seated position. And here in our seated position, we're going to do the beginnings of what would be a boat pose, but again, for the sake of where we're at in the challenge, let's all find a point that is challenging for you. This will be again 1 minute, which could literally mean 1 minute with your feet on the ground, just trying to not cave down your back, because this could hurt your back if you relax your muscles. You really want to try to have a flat, low back here, strong core, and just hold. This is already quite challenging. Otherwise, you could lift your feet just slightly, which means you lean back a bit more, and have your hands helping you support you, or hands off. So those are the options. If you are much stronger in your hip flexors and you're able to straighten out one leg or the other, feel free, but I'm only going to demonstrate just a mild entry into this. So we're going to start in 5 seconds. So get ready with a strong core in 3, 2, 1. Let's lean back slightly. Maybe lift your feet off. Maybe have support or not. And hold this. Doesn't look like much, but isometric work is very difficult. Could be a mental challenge too. We're 30 seconds in now. Keep holding. Strong core. "20 seconds left. Keep breathing. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Let's relax. Thank yourself for taking on this challenge, and let's come to a lying position on your back. Now the exact opposite of what we did just now. Just to completely relax all of the muscles, and let's take a Shavasana. pause the video, stay here as long as you like, or come over to your side. And slowly come to a seat. Once you found your comfortable seat, just bring our hands to heart center for a moment. Again, thank yourself. Don't judge yourself on timing, etc. Just thank yourself for being on your mat for your practice. Thanks for joining me. Namaste. So thanks for joining me for this challenge. You could have written down your times or just kept a mental note. Again, it's not, if you did 5 seconds, it's fine, because that's exactly where you're at, and that's totally fine. If you did 1 minute and it was too easy, you could do more advanced variations, of course, like you could do the wheel pose. If you've had it in your practice and it feels comfortable and safe, you could do the full side plank, but again, the side plank can often cause issues with people's shoulders. So if they're strong and healthy, of course, you could do a full side plank. In the plank, you could lift one leg off, for example, and hold. You could do, there's many different variations of plank that make it a little bit harder. But essentially that was all isometric work. And we don't have to be flowing and floating all over the place to get a good workout. For example, when we did Breath of Fire, you saw that you can get an abdominal workout just by sitting the exact same way I am right now. So again, thanks for joining me, and look forward to day 30 will be the next challenge after we do the next series of flows that incorporate a few more movements to help you along the road of your practice. Thanks again.